I saw the laugh last time rapping. Should go again.
50, something like that.
All right, everybody, clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yeah. Welcome to episode 30 of We Are the B-Side. This is Anthony.
This is A-Rod.
Yeah.
And Nikki's in the cut. She's wearing her producer hat today. She's mad because we put her on blast last episode, but... Yo, Anthony, this is Dirty 30.
Dirty 30, we made
30th episode for us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it. How was your weekend?
Awesome. It was in Philly.
Oh, how was that?
Awesome.
Okay.
Philly's a great city, but it was a little stinky. Yeah. But let me tell you something. Now that we're here, a room full of like a bunch of creativeness, it's an awesome city when it comes to art, like modern art, murals. Like they have a program where if you get caught doing graffiti, they give you an option of taking your jail time, or instead of doing graffiti where you did the graffiti, they give you do art. And they give you like 3 choices, like, you know, if you want to do something about poverty, like a social issue.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the city's full. Like I saw like so many. So I need to go back. And the museums are awesome. I saw the Rocky,
That's
the
dope.
Love thing.
A lot of
awesome.
history in that city.
Yeah.
Did you see
hell
Rocky?
Yeah.
You saw Rocky?
Yeah, they moved it though, but yeah.
Right.
The Jefferson, Edison, all that was cool. What about you? What you do? Work.
Yep, just in the studio.
Working.
Working.
It's okay. You gotta make money.
So today for episode 30, we have the awesome Quantum Split.
Yeah. A rock and soul band, right?
Soul.
No.
It's our first official rock.
Yeah. This is like you guys are popping our cherry. This is our first like rock. This is like our first real band actually too.
Yeah, we usually have solo artists.
Yeah, so this is awesome. And they're all like, look at them, they're beautiful. They're all like different. This is awesome. They brought their dad. This is awesome.
Hey, Dad.
He knows how to work the social media. I'm super impressed.
He's everyone's dad. He is everyone's dad.
Aw, that's awesome. I could see you have like major support. That's awesome.
Dope.
So anyways, welcome to We Are the B-Side. We appreciate having you guys on.
Thank you for having us.
Word.
Thank you. So this is a podcast where we feature the not so mainstream, like the other side, the gems, the B-side of the cassette. And we basically focus on the art, music, life, and sports, you know, everything between. It's going to be kind of like you're sitting in our living room and we're just chilling, having an over conversation. There have to be mics, you know? So the floor is yours, you know what I'm saying? So let's go around the room, I guess.
Yeah.
Introduce ourselves. It's Richard.
Yes.
He's the drummer,
So
right?
yes, I'm the drummer. I'm the new member of
The
Quantum
newest
Split.
member. Very nice.
Yes.
I heard that you're half Dominican.
You're kidding.
I wish. but I'm just Taiwanese.
Nice.
Taiwanese.
Very nice. And you, Mr. Adrian?
Yo, what's up? This is Adrian Reed, also known as Red, also known as Horse Boy, also known as Cowboy.
What?
Yeah, I do a couple things, but that's me. Guitarist.
Nice.
Hi guys, this is Soleil Laurent. I'm the singer and the other guitarist.
Nice.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Ivan Hardy, bass player.
Very
Dope.
nice. Ivan is just chilling in the cut with his glasses on, like
Yeah.
Wait till you take that hat off, though. Watch.
That's not cool.
We'll work.
I hope we get it on the IG live when he comes in. The reveal.
Dope.
Cool. You want to start? Did you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, I my whole thing with you guys that I wanted to start off from jump is the whole I don't want to box you in. I was talking about that before. Like, where do you guys see yourself as that? Like, because I feel like you guys don't have like I can't stick you anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because I get the vibe from definitely rock, definitely the soul. You know what I'm saying? And just by looking at you all, you guys look like you're all from different walks of life. Yeah. So where do you, if you had to like do a speech about it, what would you guys say about like, do you hit every genre or like, where are you most comfortable? Or like, what do you think?
Well, the thing about Quantum Split is really interesting is because everyone's so different, everybody brings their own entity of music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's art at the end of the day. So art is just a form of, you know,
Expression.
expression of life.
Yeah.
We have been called like a trap rock brand because we've like incorporated like trap music such as like Cardi B and Waka Flocka, and that's made like us connect to the crowd on another level.
Yeah.
But also, like, when it comes to our own music, we still incorporate that too, but we're also a little bit more honest.
Yeah.
And more vulnerable. I feel like a lot of artists nowadays don't reach that vulnerability level. Like, who are you? Like, what are you really talking about? Like, when you look at one of the guitar players and not giving you their soul.
Yeah, you don't feel it.
So,
Yeah.
So when it comes to Quantum Split, I think the beauty of us is that because we're so different, and because the band works in an open energy, that's
Yeah.
like, hey, you have an idea, let's bring this in. You got an idea, let's bring that in. He got an idea. Everybody can contribute to the sound. Because it's so honest, people actually dig it.
Yeah,
You know, we're not
definitely.
trying to hide. I'm not trying to hide any of my past experiences, you know, in my art.
Yeah,
you know,
it'll
because
show.
then it struggles at the end of the day. Then the people don't actually get to know me as an artist. And I feel like nowadays, artists aren't bringing that vulnerability and the honesty, but also that story.
Yeah.
You know, like you have to be brave.
Yeah.
To be like to express yourself that
I think it definitely also has to do like shit is just so manufactured now. So cookie cutter. Like before you even go into like this was my passion to do something that was the complete opposite of mainstream. Because I work in mainstream radio and they don't break any of that. And I feel like the moment you walk into a recording studio or a record label, they already have in the mind like, I don't know, let's say like a Britney Spears, you know, something like that, or like a woman that looks a certain way but then sings a different way. You know what I'm saying? So like I think when I see somebody like you guys, I have to be like, yo, my hands are up, like I'm a fan, because you don't see that. I look at it like, you know, he's Taiwanese, Dominican, Haitian, Dominican, right?
Dominican, yeah.
So like you got all these different sazons. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Can you imagine throwing that onto a piece of bread, toast that shit, and put it like that's gonna be a great, right? I always go to food because music hits all the taste buds.
I love food. I feel you,
Because
girl.
it's a feeling, but it's also like it hits every single taste bud. Why not? Why not? Why stick to one thing?
Gonna
So I
hear
feel
it.
like a lot of times it happens where it's so manufactured, so like, and people can't break out of that. Like the authenticity is dead.
But you know what's crazy? Because it's so manufactured, honestly, we're getting a lot of popular artists. We're getting a lot of artists who reach those numbers, but we're
Yeah.
not getting a lot of artists that make history where it's legendary.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, for example, when Lauryn Hill came out with the Miseducation,
Yeah.
right? The Miseducation was so honest, so real, that it became more than how many
classic.
numbers it hit. You know, everybody kind of felt like
Yeah.
the soul
Yeah.
of like what she's talking about. Like, and it's funny because I was listening to Zion, and then I realized she had a kid named Zion, and I'm
That's
like,
her son.
what?
That's her firstborn,
And
yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But she will always live down in history, no matter how
For that.
my kids will know about Lauryn Hill, Stevie Wonder, all these
Yeah.
great people, even the rock guys, whoever, even in hip hop. Like,
Yeah.
you got Public Enemy, you got all these people
Yeah, it's
that
true.
really impacted history.
Yeah,
Now we got a whole bunch of people that they're popular.
Yeah.
You
For
know,
the moment.
and there's nothing wrong with that because it takes a lot of hard work to get there.
Yes.
But it's that extra bravery that needs to happen where it's like they can talk about something like, man, I got my heart broken, or man, I got like, or I feel low. Like I do a lot
Yeah.
of songs where I like runaway, I feel low. I feel like I can't make it the next day. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
put it into art.
Yeah.
You know, and
It
people
comes out.
we've lost that. We've lost that what makes music so special.
Yeah. The soul.
The soul.
Yeah.
We lost that.
I agree.
You know,
I agree.
There's so few artists that actually have a legacy. Like they've been around for a while. They're on the charts.
Yes.
But what's their legacy?
Yeah.
Do you remember their hits after they're not hits anymore?
I always
Probably
look at that as like the reason why I got into piano was more because my father was a frustrated artist in DR. So like I guess his passion of like the boleros, the bachata, everything was like put onto me. And then I, you know, of course with each generation you need to be better. You know, so I'm thankfully I was born here, raised here, so I got to go to school. There was extra money, they put me in piano school. So now I look at my daughter, I gotta pass that on to her. So like she knows like the Beatles, she knows like, I make sure she knows like, you know, the Cardi B, the modern, but she also needs to know like Queen. She needs to know what it really is. So I feel like when like what you said, I always say it's not iPod worthy.
Yeah.
Because not every I'll have it on a deck somewhere, but it's not, if it's not on, it's not iPod worthy. You know what I'm saying? So if you're maybe like me with your father, I'm sure there's songs that he put you on
I grew up with disco songs.
Yes, and you're not even from that era. That's crazy.
I grew up with disco songs straight up.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but it's stuck. It was it's an era. It's stuck with you. It's a legacy. He probably passed that on to you.
Exactly.
So like if it gets passed, like my daughter already knows about Lauryn Hill. That album is like on repeat.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's the energy, you know. And it's so funny. Why don't people nowadays? A lot of people buy albums on iTunes and Spotify, et cetera, et cetera. But what they don't realize is that having an album back in the day, it was energy that was being passed on.
Definitely.
You know, now the energy is not as strong to want that personal connection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just put it out.
Exactly. Albums used to like have stories and have the lyrics inside, and I used to be like, oh my god, this song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it was energy. It was more than a 99-cent song on iTunes. You know what I mean? It was so packaged so personally,
and it was packaged for you to go through the package.
Exactly.
You're really young, but you're like an old soul. I'm not. You know. I hope you don't get insulted with that because most people don't know that the LPs and the CDs have like. I remember my tapes. I used to tape it up.
Yep.
And open it up on the bus when I was going to college and high school.
Oh, yeah.
With my big ass Walkman.
Exactly. It was an experience.
One thing I wanted to ask was the name. What is the name?
That was my next question.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's all good. What's can you guys tell us what your name
I'll
means to you?
answer that question because I passed my science class. So the name Quantum Split is actually an experiment in the world of quantum physics. And I'm going to simplify it because if I get into the whole quantum physics, we are going to be like...
What?
Yeah. So, to every person in this room, imagine you were put in a room, right? And there's nobody looking at you. And somebody tells you, do whatever makes you happy. And nobody's looking at you. You know, you're going to start doing maybe weird stuff. That's what we're doing when nobody's looking at us. And when we know that nobody's looking at us. Now, if they tell you to do the same thing, do what makes you happy, but you're going to be observed this time, that result might be a little different. You're going to do something different. Right. So pretty much the experiment is that's what it dictates. If you break it down to what we are, you know, atoms, and you monitor atoms, they act differently than when you're not monitoring them.
Right.
Oh, wow.
So in reality, that's what it means. You have more possibilities. You have much more possibilities when you're not being looked at than when you are being looked at. What we try to do is we try to do the same thing when we are being looked at as in when we're not being looked at.
Yeah, that's mind blown.
Yeah.
So
I didn't know about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yo.
There you go. Clap it up.
That was awesome. You really did pass science. Good for you.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story though. When I came into the band, I didn't know what that meant. And I thought it was just some random name. Like some bands, you know, they come up with names, you know, like Rat Shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And you don't know what it, you know, it's just like a name you put together. But, you know, the guy who actually put the name was actually her pops. He told her about the name because it was an experiment. And when I came into the band, I saw this. I'm like, damn, I didn't even like the name.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is Quantum Split?
It's different.
Yeah, but I didn't like it at first though. I was like, all right, you know, I just saw her, you know, in the skirt and boots and singing. I'm like, I want to be in that band.
Yeah.
But, you know,
typical
like,
guy answer.
when he actually told me, yo, check out this video about the experiment, and I'm watching this video, and it was explaining it, and I was like, oh, shit.
Wow.
I couldn't even believe it.
Yeah.
I came back, and I was like, yo, that's deep.
That is. It's very interesting, too.
Yeah.
Because you always, I mean, I don't know if you guys are parents, but I hope not. You guys seem really young.
Not yet.
As a parent, you always want your kid to be the way that they behave in front of you to behave when you're not there, too.
Yeah.
So I always think about that, too. Like, I wonder how, you know, because I always tell my kid, like, you're my legacy. You know, that's my name that you're walking out there with in the streets. Yeah, so, like, whatever you put out there, whatever you're doing, like, you're going to make me look bad. You make me look good. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, I could smack you up, but you know, not that doesn't really work. But I always think that like the way whatever you do in darkness always comes to light. So you have to be the same always.
Yeah.
If you're gonna be good always. If you're gonna be bad, then just be bad.
Hint, Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Word up.
No.
She's like,
I don't care no more.
Listen, the only thing that's talking about that a little bit briefly, the only thing good that's coming out of this is that I'm happy that women are actually standing up for themselves and speaking out. And there's actually some brothers out there that have our backs too.
Yeah, it brings awareness.
But brothers really need to, like mothers more need to teach their sons to respect women always. It doesn't matter where I'm wearing a bata, a muumuu, a bikini. You respect me. You respect me. I'm not a sexual being. You respect me. And that's it. I'm happy women are actually speaking and putting it out there. Like,
yeah.
It's about time. Because God gave us do it. We're in America. We could speak. Like, thankfully, we are.
Yeah.
Even though we have stupid frump on, that's not even. Don't even get me started.
That's a whole.
I'm gonna get red.
No.
But speaking of,
Just don't get orange.
Speaking
yeah, right. Oh yeah, no. We should start a "Don't Get Orange" campaign. Speaking of frump, I want to get into the music.
Yes.
Let's speak about America, please, because this song is everything. This song is so like perfect in the time. I feel like this is the album. Remember, like the album that came out. Was it damn? What's the name of the band that Alyssa likes? The hip hop band from Queens. I forgot the name. Why am I blanking out?
Tribe?
Yeah, Tribe Called Quest.
Quest.
Yeah, that album that came out was perfect timing when that performance in SNL. And I'm a Tribe fan from like back in the day.
We the
Yeah.
People. I'm obsessed with that song.
Dude, like it was just like timing couldn't be any better.
And it was shocking hearing that on the radio.
Yes.
Because you don't hear that stuff all the time.
But it needed to be.
It needed to
I
be.
was happy when I was happy. I was shocked too, but I was happy when that came out because I was like, yo, this is some fight the power shit. And this needs to be, I don't care what color you are, where you from, it needs to be heard. It needs to be said.
Yeah.
And people need to feel it and listen to it and go out there and be like, yo.
When they did it at the Grammy, I was like, wow, that was dope. With
Epic.
Busta,
Yeah.
it was
Well,
like
Busta.
Agent Orange. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
That's like a TBT.
Yeah.
But let's speak about that song, please, because that song, like, people, our B-siders need to know about this. Like, hear this song, America, how it came about, the title, like, was it frustration? Like, go. What was it?
Actually, the weird thing about music that sometimes it takes you places that you don't know where you're going, and then you go, and then you
Yeah.
understand. And America was written about 4 years ago, and I don't even really know why I was writing it. The lyrics just like it kind of just came to me. And like lyrics, how it works for me is like I hear the music and then like it's almost as it's already there. My father always tells me it's already there. You just have to open yourself up to listen.
Yeah.
So and I was humming it out and I wrote the lyrics and I was like, what? Why am I writing? My reaction was, why am I writing this?
Yeah.
You know, time passes on. We perform the song. Everybody's like, oh, I like that song, whatever. And then all the craziness started happening in America.
Yeah.
You know, like we started getting like everybody started separating, everybody started hating each other. America, it's so crazy how right now is a time where you find a reason to look at somebody and you hate them instantly without them ever opening their mouth.
Yep.
You know? So, and then I realized that we don't even honor the fact that we all have hearts.
Yeah.
We all have minds, we all have families, we all have
Love.
We all have love in
Yeah.
our lives. We don't even honor that when we look at each other.
Yeah.
You know, and then when we came up with America, we wanted to show where America was in the music video and then also where it could be.
Yeah.
Because you saw a lot of diversity of people in there.
The video is awesome.
Yeah.
The
Thank
video,
you.
I love the background, the American flag. I love
Yeah.
the women. You're painting them white. You're painting them black.
Yeah, because and it's funny because you see the names
Yeah.
of the woman.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, let me tell you,
Like with
that
the case
video-
number.
Yeah.
That
And if
video
you
is
look
very
at the
impactful.
numbers, I'm not gonna say it, but if you look at the numbers, they got lots of important dates.
Oh.
You know, there's
I didn't
always
notice
hidden
that.
messages. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always hidden messages. And one of the women that was actually represented by my sister was Sandra Bland. You know,
The young
wow.
girl with the,
young
short hair.
girl.
When I saw the video, I'm like, that has to be her sibling or her.
Yeah, that's my sister. It's
Yeah,
my
there you
sister.
go.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's funny. She suffered because of what it is, what our skin color and the division of our skin color. The reason why they were painted is the division of our skin color made her suffer the way she did in that jail.
Wow.
Do you understand that?
Yeah.
So it was important for us to come out with that because it showed unity, peace, and love in a different light. Acknowledging what happened in the past to learn and grow to a better future.
Yeah.
Stop ignoring the past.
Yeah.
You know, we went to Rwanda and, you know, there was a big genocide there. And they have a big memorial museum about the genocide. And you see skulls, you really get into their world. But it's also a reminder that will never happen again.
Yeah.
You know,
It
that's
needs
the-
to be acknowledged. It needs to
Yeah.
be shown.
Yeah, it needs to be taught.
Yes.
It needs to be taught because the thing is, we're hiding people, and then when they become naive and they become ignorant
To that. Mhm.
to that,
Yeah.
to the situation, we curse them, we punish them, but then we
Yeah.
don't realize that they weren't even educated on that.
Yeah, it's like you're starting them off on a negative.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So America was brought to put peace, love, and unity, and also freedom
Yeah.
Because with
real
love
freedom
comes freedom. Real freedom. You know, real freedom. So that's why America, we as a band have to stand together to always spread a message.
I feel like you were mad in that song or something because I love when you're like, so what you gonna say?
I know. It's because I'm tired of people like, I'm tired. It's like, so what are we gonna do? Like, I'm tired. I'm tired of hearing people getting killed. I'm tired of hate crimes,
every day.
race crimes, sex crimes, whatever. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. And it's just like, when I sing the song, I'm like, guys, like, wake up. Wake up. We're people. Yeah. Wake up, please wake up.
And we're here. That's what I'm like, yo, we're here.
Yeah.
We're all like, look at this room. We're all connected.
Yeah.
We have more connection than division. But we all look different. Everybody got a story. That makes it beautiful. Like, we're here. We're here. We're gonna stay here. And like, you're gonna have to deal with this, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
So that's what I get off the song. That song was like, you know what I love too about, I have to break down the musicality of it because in the beginning, I got the whole like, I don't know if you guys are, I swear everybody's like way younger than me. But like in the beginning, I got like Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Like Patience. Remember Patience? You guys are familiar with that song?
Yeah.
I love Slash.
Yeah.
And Duff. I love.
Oh,
I love.
right here.
We got okay. So like, I'm a big fan of Guns N' Roses. So I got the whole Patience like vibe, like chill, and then the guitar comes out just like saying something, like talking, and then she comes out like making the statement, and then the drum breaks it down a little bit. And then boom, it becomes like a revolution, like Viva la Revolución at the end. Like you guys just start jamming, and like that's what I think that's what's gonna happen. Like it's like the calm. And right now we're like getting what it is, and it's just gonna fucking blow up. Bring Obama back. It's just gonna blow up. He's right there. You know? But that's I felt like the song is so perfect for the time right now because it's like that. It's like we're in a lull right now. Right now we're like getting fed, we're being educated. We're in where the guitars is telling us, is feeding us, and then soon we're just gonna, I don't know when, but it's coming.
It's coming.
There's a line where you say that where you say, even though we know the storm is coming up, we keep marching on. Mm-hmm. That hit me because it's true.
Yeah.
Like we know something's gonna hit, whether it's an impeachment or some kind of change needs to come.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it starts with the people.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything starts with people. People understand how much power they have within themselves, and as united, then we make the difference.
Yeah.
Being separated, we're taught to be separated, and that division. You know that saying? What's that saying? The divide and conquer.
Yeah.
You know that's what we're at right now. You know, if we all learned how to get together and actually, hey guys, let's do something about this.
Yeah.
And let's understand each other. You know what? I saw the dopest video the other day. So there was a Trump rally, right? And this Black Lives Matter crew came in, you know, about to stir it up. You know what I mean? Talking about like, yo, it's about to go crazy. And I actually did a tea time with it. So ready? So they're coming up, and then the guy's like, you know what? The Trump guy, like, you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance to speak to one of the Black Lives Matter leader. I'm gonna give you a chance to talk right now. So he gives the mic to the guy, right? You're not expecting this because you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're about to kill each other. All that extra stuff. Gives the leader the microphone, right? And the guy starts speaking. And he starts speaking from their world so that they can understand what it's like. He starts not making them wrong, like, you guys are wrong, you guys are this, you guys are that.
Yeah.
No, he's like,
attack.
look guys, this is the deal. We are people at the end of the day, you know? And it actually got the Trump supporters to open their heart because they view Black Lives Matter as a hate thing.
Yeah.
They don't view it as them standing up for themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the Black Lives Matter guy, they opened up their heart so much that by the end of the rally, the Trump supporters were coming up to him.
Wow.
Talking about, I had no idea, man, you are a great man. What you're doing is awesome. That's how you make the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
All of us fighting, we ain't gonna get nowhere.
It's just all like a facade, like cloud, like just noise.
Yep.
Bad noise, you know? Well, I don't know. I think we just need to be more empathetic towards each other.
Yeah, seek to understand before being understood. You know, and if both sides are like that,
say that again.
Seek to understand before being understood. Because if both sides are like that, then we can get somewhere.
Yeah.
If both sides, not one side, the other one's being ignorant. No, if both sides are open and willing, then we can make a transformation.
So you definitely think it's possible?
I do.
In this lifetime, in
you
your
know why
lifetime.
I think it's possible? Because where were we 300 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If 300 years ago, the idea of what's happening now would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody would have been like, yo, nah, yo,
you're a witch.
bugging.
Yeah.
You bugging.
Yeah.
So if it's, excuse me, people always call, oh, you have too much hope. Excuse me if I got hope because I've seen already things happen.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I think your parent, I don't know who named you, but I think they named you correctly.
Yeah.
Because your name is Light. So you give light. Yeah. That's an awesome name.
Thank you.
So,
It fits you perfect.
as far as Rwanda, can you guys talk about how you guys that even came about, where the idea came from? Did someone reach out to you, or where did that performance?
Was
for
it a
the
bucket
festival
list? Right?
come from?
Yeah, because that's far.
Yeah.
That's big.
Actually, it's funny. I was reading this book called E Squared, and it's about manifesting your energy and realizing that your energy creates the universe and the world that you are living in now. And Adrian read the book too. And what happened was, in the book, they were like, it says like, expect a miracle, right? You have to live your day expecting a miracle, right? And before I started the band, actually during the middle, I was going to Berklee College of Music.
Nice. In
And-
Boston.
In Boston, yeah. And then one of my professors, Joey Blake, who I love so much, after I'm in the process of the book, I'm in the experiment, expect a miracle, right? And a couple days before, I had watched a Bob Marley documentary and saw that Bob Marley went to Africa and called it the motherland and how much he honored it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, that's big. So he calls me up as I'm doing the experiment and he says, hey, I would really like to get you guys down to Rwanda. And I'm like, yeah, what?
Wow.
Yeah, okay, awesome, let's do it. And because there weren't a lot of female acts, I'm female, the guys are guys, and but there weren't any of that energy. So he was like, yo, come down and we'll figure everything out and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm not even kidding with you. I shut my eyes for a moment. I woke up and I was in Rwanda.
Wow.
Wow.
So, and the guys were there. We were all there.
Nah, it wasn't that quick for me.
Right.
She called me up one day. I'm dead ass watching Curious George or something, and she's like, so you want to go to Africa to play a show? And I'm like, what do you mean Africa? Like somewhere in Manhattan or something? They got a little Italy, they got a little everything. So I was like, what, a little place in that? And she's like, no, Africa. And I'm like, what? And I was not ready for that. Like Kevin Hart said, I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was I come from the Bronx, so for me
That's a whole other world.
yeah, and for people like growing up in the Bronx, for people that don't know, a lot of big things don't usually happen like that. you know?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's literally you'll end up hanging out with the wrong people, going to the wrong places, and you'll create a world right there in that maybe in the corner. I've seen the same guys in the block doing the same things in the same corner for their whole lives.
Well, my daughter's from the Bronx, so I grew up in Queens, but that's in most hoods.
Yeah.
You have that hood mentality and you stay. I remember when I used to go to school, the same guys that were in front of the building, I used to come home with my sister. Same guys were outside in the building. And then when I would leave to go to piano school, same
right
guys.
there.
That's the hood. That's the hood. But it just happens to be the Bronx. It's the poorest. But you know what's interesting? That the Bronx has a lot of Africans.
No, it does. Yeah,
It does.
definitely. Right.
And
the
it's
building.
and it's
The
not
building right next to me.
It's not like what they paint, what they portray here.
Nah,
it's not.
definitely not.
They're very I grew up with Africans. They were from Libya, and some from Ghana, and they were very family oriented, just like Latinos.
Yeah.
I think most people are. It doesn't matter where you're from. We all want love and family.
Right.
But I don't know. Going back to Africa, I feel like it's funny because I'm reading my daughter's Bob Marley, Who is Bob Marley book. It's I'll show you later. It's like a kid book. But I got it in Philly for $1.25. So I was like, let me read this on the hotel.
Nice.
But he spoke about that too, and I just think it's very important for everybody to understand that Africa is the motherland of everything.
Everything.
Richard is hitting this drum. Where you think that come the fact that we move our hips, the color, the hair, Africa. I don't understand how anybody can deny. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
Textbooks.
Well, that's where we're all from.
Yeah. That's
Genetics don't lie.
into us.
You know?
That's the origin. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how anybody could ever deny that. So to me, to even make it there, that's definitely like a bucket list for me to be able to go over there. It's a must. You know what I'm saying? So for you guys to go, you have more power to that. And for you to go and with your art, put yourself out there and like. So I know you probably connected with people like crazy, right? Yeah, like that's definitely like you should write a book feeling, right? How does that work too? Like how much time did it take? Like the flight, the preparation. I know you gotta get shots or something, right? Too. You gotta like.
Yeah, you gotta get yellow fever shots, and I mean, depending how cautious you want to be,
Yeah.
you can get a whole bunch of other shots. But I'm Dominican, so I was like, nah, one is enough. we got a bunch of that stuff in DR, so
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
you're good. You're quit.
Yeah, but the flight total was like 19 hours.
Whoa.
You guys with your instruments and everything, right?
Yep.
Wow.
Ivan got like 3 basses come with him. Like,
Wow. Of course, Ivan. Look at the way Ivan's sitting with his shades. He's the man, yo. Of course, he got 3 bases with him.
So yeah, looking at your guys' kind of tour schedule the last year, you guys have been a lot
Everywhere.
of places. San Francisco, I saw there, Chicago, Seattle. Can you guys talk a little bit about kind of the rock scene across America, basically? Because you've been everywhere pretty much. Can you guys talk about, the state of rock?
Well, he knows the rock scene more than anybody.
You mentioned San Francisco, but actually we had gone to Los Angeles.
Okay.
The rock scene over there is pretty strong, pretty vibrant, kicking ass over there. And pretty much everywhere else across the states. One state, funny enough, that we thought we were going to encounter a lot of trouble, but then turned out to actually be very positive and welcoming for us was Louisville, Kentucky.
Wow.
And you know what I mean? Because I forgot what state we were in before that, but I believe it was like somewhere like Oklahoma or something. We had just experienced not a lot, but some forms of negativity and racism, and then we're coming from that going, oh my God, we're going to Louisville, we're dead.
Yeah.
But we show up and, you know what I mean? Even from like the moment we got off the van, go check out the venue, everybody there's just like pretty chill, and welcoming. We do our set, and then that's when everybody like really like embraced us, and they're like, oh, you're one of us, come on. You know what I mean? You find out you connect with a lot of people, through music, similar interests and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's interesting to see that in certain places where you would expect to experience some sort of negativity, then you find out it's completely opposite.
Right.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. To follow up on that, I was thinking, because here in New York, I mean, I'm lost most of the time in the top 40 pop realm, but here in New York, I'm not sure there's necessarily that big, giant, vibrant kind of rock scene that we always like heard about, like in the 80s and 70s.
Yeah.
No more CBGBs.
Yeah. Yes. Talk about. I think Knitting Factory's still around. I think
Knitting Factory's still
it's about
around.
CB. My family's from like 2 blocks from CBGB's, and I remember passing by there. My grandfather, who didn't speak any English, knew about this place, and I remember like Blondie. I remember there was like, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really see it. Who's like your audience? Like, is it like college, or is it like all walks of life? Like, what do you see when you're on stage and you see down? Because of that, because it's so rock. Like, I don't even. There's still classic rock stations, right? There's in New York, there's still 104.
I'm gonna tell you the truth though. In reality, like our audience is wherever you put us to play, we're gonna take that audience.
Yeah.
Because what we do is, like, you see, America was like she said, was written 4 years ago. One thing that has happened since those 4 years when the band first started, the band has evolved a lot. So the sound started like a classic rock. Those people that, like, if you listen to America, it has a classic rock feel. If you listen to what we're doing now, it's completely different.
Wow.
Like, we literally shifted from doing classic rock to soul to hip hop, and now we're literally doing trap rock.
Wow.
So we could take those songs that you hear on the radio now, like, you're doing top 40, we could do that no problem.
Right.
And we put our own mix in it. So it's no longer, the band is no longer, like it was before, like a classic rock. Like yesterday we was doing a mix of Beethoven.
Wow.
And you might never like see like a band doing that, but we, so we literally, when we show up and we look at an audience, based on what we see and what we see the audience feeling out, we play something to connect with them. Because you could get on stage and you could do your music, But depending on the audience, you might connect with them or you might not. So the same way that your audience changes, your music has to change too.
That's true. You gotta go with the times.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we show up, for example, if I go to DR right now, we go to DR, and there's a bunch of Dominican people, and they never heard what we do before, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start playing some bachata.
Yeah.
And then, you know, through there, I can connect with them, and then they see you.
Yeah.
Because they don't see you up until you connect with them.
Right.
That's true.
Whatever audience we're playing for, we just gotta connect with them, and that's it.
Yeah. So I have another question. I noticed as well that you guys haven't put anything out really like on streaming sites or anything. You guys are pretty strictly YouTube. So because I'm in the business as well, I know that was that's clearly thought out. So I wanted to know from your guys' perspective why you guys chose YouTube as your platform and how it's worked for you or hasn't worked.
Well, the thing, we use YouTube because, you know, it's a video.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still cannot find America on iTunes, Spotify, etc., etc., etc. And I feel that, well, the thing about Quantum Split, it's more than just the music. It's an experience. You know, when you see, we also sell a lot of live tickets, for shows. We sell a lot of tickets because one, people already got their favorite song.
Yeah.
Two, they understand where the song's coming from. Because before every song, I'm letting people know that, yo, hey friend is about your friend, your best friend, whoever you're missing right now that you haven't been in contact with. But if they just hear the song, they're just thinking, hey friend. They're not even thinking meaning.
Right.
You know, and I feel like especially in the industry, we have lost a sense of connection through music and the artist.
Yeah.
You know, and people don't earn their right to be on stage. You know, they don't earn that anymore.
Right.
You know, before, if back in the day, Earth, Wind and Fire, all these people, you had to earn your right.
Yeah.
You had to be badass to get on that stage and prove yourself.
Yeah.
Nowadays,
and put on a show.
Yeah, nowadays you got singers singing on top of the track with it's not even a TV track.
Right.
I know. It's like
a
you don't even want to
track,
be there.
You don't even need the artist there.
Yeah.
You know, and also what makes Quantum Split popular is we're not gonna release our music until we have reached an exceptional amount of supporters and fans. That when we drop it, it means something.
Yeah.
We're not gonna just drop music because we value the music that we put out. We're not gonna just drop music and then nobody gonna hear it because we don't have fans supporters like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We rather drop music where there's a million people that are interested in Quantum Split because we value every single song.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the art. People put out songs like Water now. Oh, Water.
Just to
Here
put
you
it
go.
out, yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
And
boom.
it's watered down most of the time.
And it's watered down most of the time. Don't mean nothing. Won't do nothing. Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
Probably programming your mind all this negative stuff, all this extra stuff. You know. And what I honor about this band is that everyone performs their ass off.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everybody brings it.
Everyone brings it.
And that's what you're giving, the experience. That's why it is an experience.
Imagine if you could see Earth, Wind and Fire on stage.
Yeah.
Imagine what's that. I saw on YouTube Shaka Khan singing Through the Fire, and it was so good I wanted to throw up. I was just like, this is just not happening because I would pay an $800 ticket to go see Shaka Khan. You know what I mean?
That happened to me the other day. There was that concert, that Global Citizen, and I just wanted to go see Stevie Wonder because I'm a big Stevie Wonder fan.
He was awesome.
Stevie just puts me in that place where I'm just like I get goosebumps. And I was willing to pay. You couldn't buy the tickets, but I was thinking, I'm like, all I want to do is just be there. And you ever had a relative that passed away and you just want that one moment with them again, just to sit next to them and sit down and have some tostones or something with them, have that one experience and then you're good. Certain artists, that's what you need. And I feel like you guys, I think that's beautiful that, the businessman in him asked that question, but I think that's a beautiful response that it should be. And it should be people, if more artists looked at it more as this is my art, but forget about this shit. Forget about the CD, forget about the streaming. Come see me play. Come see what I'm doing. Come feel me. Because it's not even, because music is heard, but it's really felt.
It's felt.
It's felt certain songs, like I said before, Stevie gets you, you put some Jodeci, gets you in the, you put some Rage Against the Machine, I want to break something. Onyx, I want to punch you. It's an experience. So I think that's beautiful.
What's great is that because you guys are doing organic music, you guys are gonna do every performance is gonna sound differently.
Yeah.
You're not gonna play it the same way every night.
Exactly.
So every audience gets a different show.
They do.
Which I've always liked out of my favorite artists.
I mean, like, where do you guys see each other? Like, see yourselves as a band in like 5-10 years? Since you started off classic rock and now you're doing trap. Like, what's next?
You want to do that, Chen?
5 years.
That's on you.
I mean, 5 years is not really that much of a long time, but it's enough time to have massive growth.
Well, I guess my only expectation is to become the legend we're meant to be.
Damn.
Whoa.
That was a
big statement for the first statement. It's like, I'm trying to be a legend.
Yeah. What about you, Adrian?
That's what's up.
That came to my mind.
In 5 years, I have no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
So you guys want to have the band be a legendary band, right? Legendary experience, legendary. Because I think with you guys too, it's the thing. It's not just the art, but it's also the message with the art. Mm-hmm. Because you're so different, and you're keeping it that way. Like, I even feel like if you guys were to get signed, you guys would be, it's my way or no way, right? Mm-hmm. That's what I would feel with y'all, because I don't know where to place y'all. I think it would be a privilege to sign a band like that, because I would just be like, here's a studio, go work. See what you do.
Yeah.
Or take the stage.
But they don't do it like that anymore.
Yeah, I know. If it was like that.
Just like life and like, our experiences, as an artist, your music and everything you do is dictated by your experiences. So the same that your experiences changes, that your music should also be changing as well.
Yeah.
I think to be doing like the same thing, for a long time, is, it would get kind of dull if you're just doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But if you're changing as a person, then your music is also gonna be changing. I said in a video that I spoke before that, classic rock, and the older rock, in reality, the reason that there's no real like rock in the new scene is because a new rock should be something that reflects the times and the cultures of today.
Right.
Back then, that's what the rock of back then, that's what it reflected. Amongst that time, revolution, a lot of stuff going on. This one should also be revolution, but we should also be present to whatever's being put out there. So what we got to do is we got to make a mix of what's going on with the rock, and then put that out there.
Oh.
So they have like the best profound answers. I feel like you guys practiced.
We're just being honest.
I used to, but
you're not. It's not like you don't practice.
Too much to write.
No, that's awesome.
Cool. So can we hear some live, little live?
All right, Chen, kick it off.
All right, guys. So this next song is called America, and it's about spreading love, having unity and freedom within our people and humanity. So, when I say yes, I am an American, and it goes to what you're gonna do, think about what you're gonna do to make America a better place. All right, guys? Ready? Go. Yes, I am an American. So what you gonna do? We will strive to the very end. So what you gonna do? Remembering the past, 'cause we're thinking about the future. The pain will never last. Forget about the bruises. Strong, united, divided we fall. We will never collapse. Won't break down our love to my bleeding American flag. We're sold in the right path. We are the one
you gonna do?
We will strive till the very end.
So what you gonna do?
Oh, say, can't you see? There's a brighter future gonna set us free. Oh, say, can't you see? Hold on, little brother, you just gotta release. 'Cause even though we know the storm is coming, what we do, boys?
We keep marching on.
Hear the pride of our nation drumming to my bleeding American flags. With souls in the right path, we are the one. Yes, I am an American.
So what you gonna do?
We will strive till the very end.
So what you gonna do?
Thank you.
Yo, your dad's your biggest fan. Yeah. Yeah, he is.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm getting tired of your shit. You don't ever buy me nothing, yeah. See, every time you come around, you got to bring James, Paul, and Tyrone, yeah. See, why can't we be by ourselves sometimes? Yeah, I've been having this on my mind for a long time. I just want it to be you and me like it used to be, baby. But you don't know how to act. So matter of fact, I think you better call Tyrone. Call him and tell him I said, come on, help you take your shit. I think you better call Tyrone. But you can't use my phone. There you go. Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
You can't use my phone. Get out of here.
So this next song is about believing in yourself, standing up for yourself, and saying what you have to say. Come on. Don't be afraid to let your power take over you. Getting sick and tired of people writing up using you. Stop being
you one thing? B-siders, you have just been put on. Like that was definitely an experience.
Yes.
I'm over here, yo, your dad's putting I'm like, wow. Wow, that was
Oh, yeah.
wow. Yeah, that was
Yeah, that's what. Remember when we were talking about what were we talking about when you eat that shit and talking, you know,
yeah.
when you keep eating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found myself doing that a lot in my life.
Yeah.
And that was the song where I was just like, yo.
Yeah, let it out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, that's definitely one word. It's an experience. Definitely.
Oh,
So just real quick, as a band, what are the challenges being as a band or like the music? Like, what are the major challenges?
Nah, the music is easy. Honestly, the music is like Soleil says, it's like a feeling that comes to you. Michael Jackson once says that in one of his interviews, and it's literally like that. You know, you just wake up one day and you get this feeling, and you start writing, and it just comes out. You know, and sometimes the best music actually comes out like that.
Yeah.
The one that you don't have to actually like manufacture it. You know, like it just comes out. The real challenge is like the personal challenge.
Yeah. Speak on that, because that's what I think it hits everybody.
Oh, well, there's one time we was on the road, and Soleil had a time of the month, and
You're an ass. Oh, it's all right. We all get a little moody, okay?
Yeah.
We all get a little cray-cray.
Yeah.
There's a little Moody and then there's Soleil.
Oh,
Yeah.
you a traitor.
I told you got the line.
The one-liners.
Nah, but this is. Alright, so I'm gonna keep it real this time, because people need to know something that recently happened to the band, and it was like probably the biggest challenge that we ever had to face. And we were just at the end of the tour. It was we had just come back from Arizona, and our ex drummer, which is actually the guy that Soleil started the band with.
Wow.
You know, he literally you know, through things that happen, you know, a lot of people ask what it is, why he left, but he you know, a lot of things happened, which is why he ultimately left the band. And he left like it was 2 weeks before we went to Africa. And we had another show a week after we came back from Arizona, which was Irving Plaza. And he
Great venue.
Yeah, and he decided that he didn't, you know, he wanted to leave the band. And that was one of the biggest challenges that we ever had to overcome, because we weren't ready for it.
That's like a divorce. It's like a breakup.
Yeah, it is.
That don't mess with you.
And you know,
Especially
so,
being that he was one of the pioneers, right? That's
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, them
That's
two,
definitely
they
a
started the
challenge.
band. So that's one of the biggest that was pretty much like the biggest challenge that at least I've had to face in the band since I've been in the band.
Wow.
Because you know, at that moment we had a choice to either drop the shows, you know, and imagine having a show planned for Africa or Rwanda, and you have to cancel it because you know one of the members left the band.
yeah, that's a chance of a lifetime. You have
You know,
to you have to see it through.
But we this is how we work. This band works that we operate as a team, and it's not one person say whether you you go or you leave. If it's your choice to leave, that's fine. But we don't operate like that.
Yeah.
You know, and we as a team, we decided a long time ago that we're gonna keep going till we reach our goals, no matter what. No matter what anybody individually decides to do or decides to feel, we decided that as a group, you know, if we stick together, we'll get to wherever we need to go.
Yeah.
But
All for one, one for all.
yeah, and
So what are the goals to end it? Like what's each goal separate, and as a band, what are the goals and the end all? Richard,
Roll, dog.
Like I said,
legend.
to be the best legends that we're meant to be. Because each of us has a talent of their own, and we're gonna excel, each and every one of us.
Power to those words. Awesome. Hold up.
The big draw to Quantum Split, and you know, for all of us, is one time I mentioned before is that Quantum Split is a Swiss Army knife of sound. You know, the fact that all of our experiences has shaped us into who we are as individuals, and you know, our musical tastes. You know, everybody brings in a little bit of everything and what they like. You know what I mean? I come from a punk, you know, hard rock metal background, and everybody comes from their own respective stuff. And the way we combine all of those elements, you know, how you were saying about the sauce stuff earlier, just how, you know what I mean? Like, just the way we blend it together, it does create this perfect recipe of a sound, you know, that I guess is
Beautiful.
our ears take so well.
Yeah,
you know?
I like that it's a Swiss Army knife, because it's all in one. You have everything you possibly need.
Yeah, and then Guessing last.
What's your goal? What's your goal, Soleil?
I guess my goal is always to spread the message. You know, like I think that with the songs, like as much as I feed the world, you know, we feed the world. Say what you gotta say, and hey friend, and America. I think it rejuvenates my life as well, and I know that it's our purpose. You know, so like, and for everybody listening, it's important that when you have a purpose or a dream, that you have to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, you
have
gotta
to
keep
fulfill
going
it.
no matter what. You know, I've been through hell and back with this band. Hell and
Yeah.
back mentally, spiritually. Hell and back, not because of the boys, but like
No, just in
just
essence. Yes.
in general.
Yeah.
You know, I got my parents in it. I got the guys.
Yeah.
And I lost my best friend. You know, that guy was my best friend.
Wow.
So it's
So
a
you
lot.
got a new best friend now.
I know.
His name is Richard Chen.
So, you know, especially with Quantum Split, you know, I know that it's nice to have a bunch of money and all that. And don't get me wrong, everybody deserves to get paid for what they do.
Of course.
You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like that message of say what you gotta say, and those are things I wish I heard when I was younger. Mm-hmm. You know, so I hope that I still inspire people to stand up for themselves or go for your dream. Don't be a sellout. These things, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's just, it's honesty.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So I want to be on the biggest stages saying, yo, say what you gotta say. And la, la, la. I want all of us to be there and be like, God, yo, y'all gotta really believe in yourselves.
Is that why you? Because I feel like I said before, you're young, but you're very profound. So is that what you were talking about? Is that why you do the tea?
Tea talks.
Yeah.
I did a tea
Speak on that. Like, what is that?
Actually, a lot of people don't know, but I started doing tea time because, like, this is very personal too. I do tea time because when we lost a band member, I went into a really deep depression.
Yeah.
You know, not because he played drums, but because there was a lot of aspects in begging and lost in my way.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the way for me to inspire and empower people, but also inspire and empower myself. Because I look back and I'll be like, okay, Soleil, you can't be full of fear, or you can't let someone bring you down, or sometimes you're on the road and sometimes things happen, and those tea times, they're for others. And I don't care if I inspire one person or 1,000 people with those. I really don't care.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that outcome is. And those tea times actually brought me out of that, you know, out of that state. Because
Yeah.
there's nothing like, you know, it's like a bad breakup, it's like a divorce. You know, there's nothing like that. And for someone so close in my life, you know. So
Yeah.
the thing is, those tea times brought me to say, like, Soleil, like, you do music, this is what you love. Brought me to a level of, like, I can be happy, you know, because, you know, that pain is like,
Yeah. It helped to get you out.
it helped. And
Yeah.
then my mom said something like, if you want to feel better, make somebody else feel better.
Wow.
So
And that is why she named Soleil. Well, let our audience know.
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say,
Wrap it up.
where can we send everybody? YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, we got Instagram, we got Twitter, we got the website, quantumsplit.com, QUANTUMSPLIT.com.
Okay.
You can always send us messages, like us, comment, you know, anything, like, you know, support. We love support because, you know,
Of course.
that's the wheel of us keep moving forward.
We love support too.
Yeah, exactly. I know you feel it, girl. So just Quantum Split, you know, we're on everything. So except
Awesome.
for MySpace, because nobody does that.
Aren't they getting rid? Oh no, it's
What?
not MySpace. It's AIM. They're getting rid of AIM.
I'm still on my skull next. Chill.
I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that is.
Damn.